Assalamualaikum everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about pharmacy orientation. So this is the first chapter of physical pharmacy, and in this chapter, what the outlines are we are going to cover. So in this chapter, we are going to see the what is the introduction and orientation of pharmacy. Then we see what are the types of pharmacy, for example, hospital pharmacy, retail pharmacy, industrial pharmacy, forensic pharmacy, and we also see for how pharmaceutical education and its research is important for us. So now before we are going to start our lecture, I request to you to please subscribe to my channel, like my videos to get the notification of all the videos which I have uploaded. Please press the bell icon, and thank you very much for for subscribing me and for liking me. So now let's start the lecture. So first of all, we are going to see what is the definition of pharmacy. So if we see the pharmacy can be defined as the word pharmacy is derived from a Greek word, and this Greek word is the pharmakon. Okay, and the pharmakon word mean a medicine or a drug. Okay, so actually pharmacy is just a science or a subject which is dealing with the medicines and the drug, their interaction, their properties, their effect. So now there is a proper definition of pharmacy, that it is a science and technique of preparing, dispensing. The word dispensing means to dispense, to spread all the medicine over all the pharmacies, and also provide the additional clinical services. So it is actually a healthy health professional which link health sciences with the pharmaceutical scientists. So what are the aims of pharmacy? So the aims of pharmacy is to ensure the safe, effective use of drugs by the patients. So now we see the definition. Some other definition of pharmacy are also given below, such as pharmacy can be defined as the knowledge of identification, selection and action, preservation, combination analysis and standardization of drugs and medicine. Second definition of a pharmacy, this is a simple one and you can learn it easily. So pharmacy is the art and science of preparing, ठीक है? You are preparing drug, you are dispensing, you are separating drug, you tell the people, you aware the people about the proper use of it, and also proper use of medicines. Okay, now the last and third definition of pharmacy is that is a clinical health science that link medicinal sciences with the chemistry. Okay, you are also dealing with the chemistry of drugs and the change in with the discovery, production, disposal, safe and effective use of your medications and drug. Now we see what is the drug. Actually there is a difference between a drug and medicine, and the difference between them we also discuss in this lecture. So drug is a material or a substance which is used in the diagnosis, in the prevention, in the treatment of a particular disease, but your medicine is just used in the treatment, but your drug is also used in the prevention, in the diagnosis, in the treatment of a disease. Okay, now we see the drug can be obtained from various materials. For example, the drug can be natural. Okay, so the natural material and the natural source of the drug would be your plant, your animals, some minerals. The drug can be prepared synthetically, okay, by the artificial method. So for example, aspirin is prepared by artificial method, and some drugs may be semi-synthetic, for example amphetamine. So these are the drugs. Now we see what is the scope of your pharmacy. So scope of pharmacy is that you have interpretation of prescription orders, that you can prescribe any patient and you tell the patient that if you have such a disease, then this drug will be suitable for you. You deal with the compounding, you deal with the preparation of the drug, you are dealing with the manufacturing of drug, you are also dealing with the labeling. Okay, you are labeling the drug, what is name, what is the company name, and dispensing of the drugs and devices. You are also dispensing drugs to various, from factory to different shops and different kind of pharmaceuticals clinics. Then the drug product and its selection, patient monitoring and inventions, that you are observing the patient and you see that whether he or she needed this drug or not. And provision of informational and medicine, you also give the information of medicine to the patient so that he should be aware about this medicine. Now let's see the difference between the drug and a medicine. So drug, as I earlier explained to you, that it is a substance which is not only used for the treatment, it also used for the diagnosis. For example, you want to diagnose a specific kind of disease, you can give the patient a drug. Okay, by giving this drug it will be easy for you to diagnose it, while the medicine cannot be given for the diagnosis. Okay, medicine always given for the treatment of a disease. Okay, whether the drug could be given for the treatment as well as for the diagnosis, for the prevention of a particular disease. Okay, now the second point of the difference between them is that drug is the active potent compound, while your medicine is the palatable form of compound. Now amount, if we consider the amount of both of them, so the drug don't have any specific amount. Okay, but the medicine has specific amount. The patient have to take the medicine in the specific amount in the specific timings. Okay, so the doctor asked the patient to eat this drug only in the morning or only in the night times. Yeah, he also said to you to eat this medicine, one in the evening, one in the morning. So this is the specification of dosage form. Okay, but the drug has no specifications for their amount. Now if we compare, all the drugs are not medicines. Okay, this is the really important point, that drugs cannot be medicine because drugs used in the treatment as well as in the diagnosis. So we cannot say that all the drugs would be medicine. Some drugs can be medicine because some drugs are used in the treatment of disease, but all the medicines are drug because drug is playing important role in the treatment. So all medicines can be drug, but all the drugs cannot be medicine. Okay, so this is the difference. Now we see the dosage form. So drug has no dosage form while medicine have dosage form. Effects say, so the drug may have positive and negative effects. Okay, it can negatively affect on your body, but the medicine has a usually positive effect on your body. It always going for the treatment of you, never has some side effects on you, but the drug has. And connotation is that it is associated with the negative connotation and it is associated with the positive connotation. If we see the source, so drug source could be natural, as I have discussed earlier, could be synthetic, could be semi-synthetic, but if your medicine is always API, active potential compound, and excipient. Now let's see the example. So the example is the PMC, the example is PCM, and here is the Panadol, and the amount is specific for the Panadol, which is 500 mg. So always medicine is going to be quantitatively fixed. Okay, but your drug is not quantitatively fixed. Now let's see the description. So the chemical name, the chemical indicate the chemical structure of the drug. So whatever the chemical name, the chemical structure, the name is given according to the chemical structure of particular drug. But in case of medicine, n acetyl para amino uh, phenol. Okay, the generic name, some drugs are given the generic name on the base of their generic. So for example, paracetamol. Okay, some drug given the name on the base of official names. Okay, on the official monograph. Now we are discussing how the drug are given name. So for example, paracetamol हो गया, acetoaminophene. Okay, acetoaminophene is actually paracetamol. Another brand name also, because some drugs have different brand names in the market. Okay, so it doesn't mean because paracetamol is produced by a lot of companies. Okay, so every company give the paracetamol a specific name of it. Okay, so this is when the company give a name to a drug, this is called as brand name. Okay, so a drug could be specific for the its brand name. For example, Panadol. Panadol is actually a paracetamol, but due to the company name, it called as Panadol or Paramol. Okay, so this is due to the production where it is producing. Now let's see from drug substances to the pharmaceuticals preparation. So how it is going to prepare. So first of all, your active substance of the drug is counted out. Okay, now excipient first is the active substance which is present in your drug. This active substance is called as IAPI, which is active pharmaceutical ingredient. So actually if you want a treatment of a particular disease, so one thing is present in the drug which is going to treat you, but some other things are also added in this drug as a excipient. Okay, the excipient are the inactive pharmaceutical ingredients. They have no things to treat you. Okay, they are just for the stabilizing of these active agents. For example, if the active agent is can be unstable. Okay, can get unstable due to hydrolysis, can get instability due to oxidation. So prevent this instability, we add some kind of preservative in it. We add some kind of coloring agent to make the color better. And now we add flavoring agent to make the drug delicious taste. Okay, to fade the taste of bitter. Okay, so now we are adding a lot of things behind the active agent. Okay, so beside of active agent we need some other kind of coloring, flavoring, and other kind of agents to make our drug more and more stable. So the compounds other than the active compound are called as excipient as written here. Okay, so टेक्नोलॉजिकल एंड बायोफार्मास्यूटिकल और स्टेबिलिटी रीजंस के लिए डाले जाते हैं. देन देयर इज दैट वी शुड ऑलवेज यूज एज स्टेटेड इन सी SCP important in the case of allergies. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that it cannot cause the allergies to you. Then there is a pharmaceutical dosage form. You have to decide the proper dosage form for the patient. Determination of physical form and the final pharmaceutical preparation is the drug delivery system, which form the technological processing of drug formulation now reflect the pharmaceutical intentions. Then the last is the pharmaceutical preparation. So particular pharmaceutical product containing active and inactive ingredient formulated to form particular dosage form. So how your dosage form is prepared? Your dosage form prepared by two things. Okay, I will indicate a dosage form with DF. Okay, your dosage form consists of two things. First is your active compound. Active AC mean active compound, and your inactive compound. IC mean inactive compound. So these two things combine together to make your dosage form. Then they packed. Okay, then it goes for the packing and then label properly. Now manufacturers in the large scale is doing in your pharmaceutical industries and compounding individually in the compounding pharmacies. So we have for compounding pharmacies in which there is a no industry, but you can prepare the drugs in the compounding pharmacies and such like things. So now we are going to discuss that what is a pharmacist. Okay, who is the pharmacist, what is the job of pharmacist, and what is the educational need for it. So a pharmacist hold a graduational in the Doctor of Pharmacy Form D. Pharmacist is a person who is expert in the medicine. Okay, so a person who deals or who get the knowledge of all the medicine is called as a pharmacist. And clinical administration and dispensing is safety to the patient. A pharmacist is a chair's role, play different role and work in the clinical pharmacies in direct interaction with the patient along with the side of other medical staff to provide the best efforts. So your pharmacist is a person who is directly dealing with the patient and who handle them and who suggest them that this medicine should be better for them. So this is the work of pharmacist to prescribe the drugs. This is the not the job of a doctor. Okay, so doctor is only for the diagnosis, and he only diagnose that the patient has a particular disease. Okay, then and the patient should have to go to the pharmacist. A pharmacist is responsible for giving or for prescribing the drug to that patient. Okay, so this is the not the job of the doctor, but unfortunately in the Pakistan, the doctor is only doing the prescription or doing the diagnosis. So this is really bad, but we can't do anything. But in the outside countries, for example in Saudi Arabia, in USA and other countries, the pharmacists are going to prescribe everything, and doctor are only for their diagnosis. Now, if a patient need nutritional treatment, then a nutrition will be available there, and who suggests them what you have to eat in this particular disease. So, in the foreign countries, all the things are in the well settled manner, and the people who are responsible for a particular thing, they are performing their jobs. So this is really a big drawback in our country, but I think it should be manageable, and it should be correct as soon as possible. So now let's see that pharmacist might be pursue a specialization honi chahiye. And now we see what is the pharmacist and how it is an important pillar of our healthcare. Okay, so now we see one may ask the presence of qualified pharmacists why is so important. According to WH and research conducted by Johns Hopkins, it is a scientist a university. There is a record average of 250,000 such like of deaths occur in only USA due to the medication error. Okay, so pharmacist is doing an important job. He is detecting that what medicine has a error in it, and there is a lot of in complications, and there is a lot of errors due to which a lot of people died because of what, because of some impurity in the drug. So this is the job of pharmacist to detect any kind of impurity so that he can save a lot of lives. And God knows how many sacrificing their lives in developing their countries like Pakistan due to medicinal errors. As I said earlier, pharmacist is a sole contestant of the medicine, and he is only can overcome all these errors. So the role of pharmacist in the healthcare is taken into consideration. And at the end of the day, we all in the healthcare sector work for the betterment of our patients. So this is the just paragraph for telling you that how pharmacist is important for our life, and what is the role of a pharmacist in the country. So without a pharmacist, a country cannot learn, a country cannot improve, and a country cannot be on the way of progress. So it is an important pillar of our country, so we should promote it, and we should allow the pharmacist to prescribe all the medicines. So we should not ask the doctor to prescribe him. It is not the duty of doctor to prescribe, it is the duty of pharmacist. Doctor only can diagnose. Okay, so if we see pharmacy education, so there are two types of courses. First is the pre-recipient courses. Okay, it is just for your information, not the educational material. Okay, so you don't have to write it in the paper, you just for your information. So here pre-requested courses other than the prevention courses important for the background knowledge. So these courses are physical sciences, biomedical sciences, math, stat, computer sciences. So this is the background knowledge because you have to need them, then you can understand the professional courses. Now what are the professional courses? So professional courses are the pharmaceutics. So in the pharmaceutics we include physical pharmacy, which is our first is our today's subject. Okay, this is, then there is a dosage form, then pharmaceutical microbiology and immunology, then there is industrial pharmacy, biopharmaceutics or pharmacokinetics, and pharmaceutical control, pharmaceutical technology. Then there is pharmaceutical chemistry, which include organic chemistry, biochemistry, analytical medicine chemistry, pharmacology, pharmacology and toxicology, microbiology, pharmaceuticals, practicals, which include math and biostat, criminology, social, administrative, pharmacy, dispensing pharmacy, and hospital, clinic, forensic pharmacy, pharmaceutical marketing, physioanatomy, and histology and pathology. So these are the professional courses. So here is the graph, and this graph is directly giving you that what kind of things are included in the pharmacy consult. So pharmacy is also dealing with the patient and also providing the drug services. So it is also dealing with the drug formulation of drug, formulation of something, and it also directly face the patients also. So it has two kind of role. Okay, now let's see what are the types of education which is necessary for the pharmacist. So some basic sciences, clinical study, technical study, drug information, economical knowledge, these are important for a pharmacist. Aims for the pharmaceutical is that you should know about the scientific background, you should know what are the professional skills, you should know, also provide the business. Okay, so actually pharmacists also deal with the marketing, so they should know about the business training, and they also provide the broad general education. So now here is some definitions of the pharmaceutical term. For example, pharmaceutics. It is a discipline of pharmacy in which you are dealing with the process of turning a new chemical entirety. Okay, so it is a science of a dosage form designs. Okay, so now you are preparing the dosage form. You are preparing the medicine. Pharmaceutical formulation mean is a process in which different chemical substances, including active drug, combine with each other to give the final medicine product. Formulation word mean to produce. So in this term, you are going to produce a particular drug. Then the physical pharmacy include it is the application of physical and chemical principles to the pharmaceutical sciences. Okay, so now let's see what is the dosage form. So I am leaving some things because you just not need the whole explanation of it. Okay, so don't be panic about it. Now let's see about the dosage form. So dosage form means by which the drug molecules are delivered to the active site within your body. So we have a particular active site. For example, if a human and he has pain in his arm, so arm is actually the active side, so drug has to reach at this active side which is the arm. Okay, so drug has to move toward the blood and then it flows to in your arm, and then it treats you. Okay, so what is the need of dosage form? You should have accurate dosage form, it should be protected by coating and by sealed sample, it should be protect from the gastric juice. Okay, and it should be placement of drug within the body tissue, it should release the medication, control release, optical drug action होना चाहिए, insertion of drug directly into the body cavity by the injections, several types of things which are doing. Okay, now what are the types of dosage form? We have solid dosage form, we have liquid dosage form, we have semi solid. So solid dosage form include unit dosage form and bulk. Okay, unit dosage form mean some kind of tablet, some kind of capsule, powder, pills. Okay, bulk include internal as well as external. So internal means which are using inside our body, external mean which are going to apply on your body. So internal mean fine powders and granules, and external means dusting powders, some kind of air powders. Okay, now liquid dosage form could be biphasic and monophasic. So biphasic mean having two phase, for example emulsion and suspension. So in emulsion you have liquid instruction. Okay, so liquid is going to dissolve in the liquid, but in the suspension your liquid solvent is going to dissolve your solid. So actually they are not dissolving, they are dispersing. Okay, so if we have some solid which is not soluble in this liquid, then the suspension is made. Okay, if some kind of we have liquids which are not soluble in each other, so emulsion is formed. Now monophasic liquid dosage form could be internally used, could be external use. So internal use monophasic dosage form are syrup, elixirs, lincter, drops, and externally use can be liniment, lotion, gargles, mouthwashes, throat paints. These are the some kind of things which are using on your body externally. Some are the semi dosage form which can be used internally and externally. For example, internally are suppositories and externally are ointment, some kind of creams, paste. So they are semi solid like. Okay, so this was a short introduction about the dosage form. So you need that dosage form is a drug molecule which is delivered to the active site, and it has three types: solid dosage form, liquid dosage form, and semi-solid. They can be used externally and internally. So solid dosage form, unit dosage form, and bulk. So what are these you can mention? So liquid dosage form has biphasic and monophasis. Then the semi-dosage form, and then now we are going to discuss what are the branches of pharmaceutics. So the branches are given here, for example, industrial pharmacy, clinical pharmacy, and all that. So now let's start the all these types. Okay, so here in this table the scope of pharmacy is given, that where a pharmacist can work. So pharmacists have important role in the marketing, okay, as a manager, as a manager, assistant professor. In the hospital pharmacy, it is playing important role. In government jobs, for example, draft, DLCT, PQCB, in hospital and etc. In entrepreneurship, it is also distributing the drugs. In it also it can provide its service in the academics, for example, as a lecturer, as an assistant professor, as a research assistant in the competitive exams, as well as in the some kind of clinical trials, and in the biotechnology and main domains. Okay, so now let's see about the industrial pharmacy, because industrial pharmacy has some kind of other branches and other departments in it in which you can get the job. So what is the introduction of its pharmaceutical industry is responsible for the production of drug and for the insurance that they are safe and they are highly effective and of high quality. So industrial, what is industrial pharmacy? Okay, so pharmacist applies to all the scientific knowledge and skills during the production, and they are preparing the all the medicines. So it is the department in the industry which is controlling the research, which is have all the medicinal information, which is ensuring whether the safe drug is going to produce or not. It is going to check the quality. So now let's see what is the definition. So branch of pharmacy which deals with the formulation, manufacturing, storage, and control of the pharmaceutical dosage form. This is called as industrial pharmacy. This is the really important definition. So the branch of pharmacy which deals with the formulation, manufacturing, storage, and control of dosage form. Okay, and in the brief definition of pharmaceutics is also given here. It is a processing of drug from the source up to finished product. Okay, so you are converting your raw material into your finished material, and then you ensure the quality, and then you will sell out to your customers. Now let's see what are the things included in it. So the operation included it basic operation like mixing, drying, lyophilization. So these kind of terminologies are applied on the drug. What is the industrial pharmacist? Industrial pharmacist who is related to the industrial, who is working in the industry. So it could be a product in charge, factory in charge, product manager, sales manager. Okay, so it could be a in charge or it could be a manager. So some junior posting or jobs in the industry are like production pharmacist, analytics assistant, pharmacy, documentary pharmacy, research pharmacist. So all types of these pharmacists are going to play important role. Then there is research and development, that your pharmacists are playing important role in the formulation and